The markets across the weekend were fairly range-bound, and unfortunately, the momentum inside Bitcoin was negative. In this video, I'm going to explain it doesn't matter if it's a bull market, a bear market, or anything in between. We don't pay any attention to that. We can make money in any market because we believe in the eagle market. Not the bull market, not the bear market, but the eagle, or the BORSOG market. What is this? BORSOG is buy on red, sell on green. It's a way to trade and invest that will make you an absolute fortune. In this video, I'm going to show you an example of a trade that was done across the weekend and netted something that lies inside here somewhere. This is daily profit, this is yearly profit. I do all my trading with USD. But I live in Australia, so there is an exchange rate of 1.56 to the trades I'll show you. There's something that the institutions know that unfortunately retail investors and traders do not know. You don't have to make big percentages to make big percentages. I'll show you how. And let's run the numbers. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ken from CryptoTradingKS and the CTKS method. If you're new, a very warm welcome, and welcome back, CTKS family. One of the things that we've got to learn when we trade and invest is to not discount small profits. For example, if you could do an average daily profit of USD $10, across a year that would be $36.50. I'm in Australia, so that would mean 5,694 Aussie dollars. A lot of people look at this and say, oh, I don't want to make that. That's not enough. I want to make gazillions of dollars. In answer to that question, how are you going to make gazillions of dollars unless you make $10 per day first? Don't worry about the fantasies. Actually worry about just making small returns each day and then scaling those up. You can see here, for example, just in Australia, if I could make, or you could make, or anybody could make $2,500 per day on average profit, that would turn into around $2 million per year. Some people think that trading is all about gambling. It is not. If it's done correctly, it's a high-level skill. Just like you would learn to be a doctor or a dentist or a surgeon or any other profession, an engineer. You have to do the study and you have to know what you're doing, and who you learn from is incredibly important. In the age of AI, everybody is an expert with zero knowledge, and the problem is they have zero knowledge. They just sound good. Having been inside financial markets for nearly 4 decades and having a statistics lecturing background, I can tell you things about the financial markets that other people simply won't know. For example, one of those things are the meme coins. A lot of people say, oh, the meme coins, they're just rubbish. You shouldn't get into them. As a trader, what I look for is depth and liquidity. Look at this liquidity. At literally every fraction of a cent, we have hundreds of thousands of US dollars in these particular levels. It does lighten up a little bit, but that's pretty damn good. Now, what does that mean? It means that large accounts can move large amounts of money. And that's actually really important. Now, what was happening here? Look at this trade done across the weekend. I started in here and I exited over there. What you can see is the major trend was downwards, and I was leaning into it. The crypto market was a little bit bananas across the weekend. It didn't do much and it had a lot of negative bias. Structurally, Bitcoin was at a level that it could have sold down really substantially, so a lot of care needed to be taken with this trade. I've been told that you can't make money in a trending market. I would love a trending market. Trending markets are so fun and so good to make money in. This is an example of a downward trending market. And when we look at 2025, global economic systems are expected to weaken. You must have the skill to be able to make money like this. And I can teach it to you. The difference between me and other people on YouTube. A lot of people on YouTube simply don't have money. They just don't have any money to put into their trading. Therefore, they lack conviction. When you put lots of money on the line, you have to have conviction and you must know what you're doing, or else you won't have your money for long. Now you can see all of these trades were done on Pepe. And the buying was done when Pepe was coming down and down and down and down, and there were a few added positions. I wasn't trading the entire weekend. And this is another thing you'll find. Just because you're trading doesn't mean you see the right-hand side of the trade. You know where the structural support and resistance levels are inside the market, and you know the direction and momentum. But in terms of price, it can go either way. That's why you must focus on managing your risk. One particularly good way to do that is to take small percentages as you're going up and down. These percentages must always be profit percentages unless the market has turned against you. I showed you a table of returns just before. Now we're seeing here this is a $2,500 return. Now, it was across the weekend under very, very negative conditions. If you look back to the last video, that's where I showed you a $14,500 profit. Okay, so how does this fit into our table of returns? We can see that around 2.5 is a fairly decent return. It's on par for 1.9 or nearly $2 million a year. The issue is, with this trade, it's done in such a way that the price was actually coming down for the vast majority of time. There weren't any guarantees that it would cross over and go positive, but of course, when I analyzed the markets, I gave it a reasonable percentage. You can see that I took most of the majority of my profits up here, but I had a satellite profit that was hanging on as well. I trade between very specific times, and I do not trade outside those times because I found that if I do, I get whacked. This is a reminder, if you haven't gone to ctksmethod.org and you haven't pressed the button on the homepage to register free for the upcoming Profiting from CTKS Method Structure course that you can get for absolutely nothing. And this is where, inside that course, I'll tell you how to do things like I just showed you. You can make money in any market so long as you know where structural resistance and structural support are. And at the current time, Bitcoin has been having a trauma getting above that 102-100 structural resistance level. It's so far across the weekend just hovered literally at the structural support level. Complicating matters, total crypto market cap has come into structural overhead resistance, and it's got quite a few levels, and this is why the market has been quite suppressed. Total impacts Bitcoin and Bitcoin impacts total. I have a very scientific method, and when I look at Pepe, for example, I'm looking at Bitcoin and total crypto market cap very, very closely. There are so many misconceptions inside financial markets. Most people think that they can only make money in a bull market. As soon as it turns into a bear market, they run like hell, and they abandon all the amazing opportunities that exist. Bull market, bear market doesn't make a damn bit of difference to us. We believe in the eagle market. We can make money in any market condition. My goal is to turn you into an eagle, and Ambassador Al is the master eagler. You can see Ambassador Al has eagles everywhere in his comments. Another problem is, many people want to make this kind of money, but they don't get anywhere near it because they're chasing too high a percentage. And when you chase too high a percentage, you will likely get that percentage. And then when the drawdown comes, you will likely sell at a loss. You don't have to make big percentages to make big percentages. This is also something that I will teach you inside the course. When it comes to portfolio allocation, you can put your money into trading and investing. The majority of people put their money into investing because they simply cannot sell. They have been conned by the institutions to be fully invested at all times. For example, if you're fully invested up here, there's no way you could take advantage of any dips. And you can see from here to here, even though Pepe was coming down when I got out, the majority of positions right there, you could say that position was at a loss, but it wasn't. Because of two things, I know and understand how to scale up and down, and also how to get out of positions. In other words, how to buy and sell. And these are learnable skills. You can learn them as well, and that's what I want to do in the Profiting from CTKS Method Structure course. If you've already registered, there's no notification that gets sent to you, so just assume you're in and don't have a problem with it. If you haven't already registered, just go across to ctksmethod.org and you'll see it. It's the first thing on the homepage. It's going to be hugely beneficial to you. You'll find that over time you can increase your profitability, your average daily profitability, and move up to higher and higher levels. It's important to understand that this will take time to do. It's just like getting a promotion at work. As you go through all of these different levels and you gain more and more skill, you will inherently become more and more profitable, and consistently. But it's likely that you're going to need to unlearn a lot of things that you have learned and just take for granted. One thing to keep in mind, financial markets and the profit from them is unlimited. You don't need to stop at this. You can keep on going infinitely. Have a great day or night ahead, my friends, and Kate and I look forward to catching up with you again in the next video. Bye for now.